The Flugzeugabwehrkanone, or Flak 30, and the improved Flak 38 were 20mm anti-aircraft guns used by the German army during World War II. It was not only the primary German light anti-aircraft gun, but by far the most numerously produced German artillery piece throughout the war. It was produced in a variety of models, notably the Flak 38, which combined 4 Flak 38 cannons. Parallel with their main task, these cannons were quite often used against ground targets as well. As a general rule, light flak only engaged ground targets in an emergency, but sometimes they were used to reinforce the fire of the heavy infantry weapons. The engagement of ground targets was carried out from open positions by direct fire. Positions which allowed rapid occupation unobserved by the enemy were particularly optimal. Tactical considerations and the terrain decided whether the gun was fired from its trailer or dismounted. Firing from the trailer severely limited the field of fire but greatly increased the mobility of the weapon. Firing with wheels removed afforded better concealment, field of fire, and accuracy. It is important to note that the duties of the flak artillery in the field, as described in the manuals, were primarily anti-aircraft defense, with the engagement of ground targets as a secondary role only to be assumed in an emergency. Light flak guns were of particular value against surprise attack owing to the rapidity with which they could be brought into action. For example, the 20mm Flak 30 could be brought into action in about half a minute, and in extreme emergencies, they were fired from their trailers. Against ground targets, particularly soft-skinned motor transport, they were engaged up to about 800 meters, but were most effective at ranges up to about 300 meters. The light flak batteries attached to army units in forward areas operated as a whole, but platoons were commonly detached for a particular task. These were usually spaced at intervals along the column or placed at particularly vulnerable points along the route, such as bridges or crossroads, and subsequently leapfrogged. In the battle, light flak units provided protection for headquarters, field artillery concentrations, troop concentrations, and motor parks, and supported the advance of the infantry and other arms. Their primary task was to protect the column against attack by low-flying aircraft, but they also engaged the ground targets. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want to support my channel, check out the PayPal donation link in the description or consider becoming a member. To make sure you don't miss my future work, subscribe to my channel please and press the bell notification button. Thank you and see you in the next video.